Yo, what's up? It's another podcast with your boy Bill, James, and Eric.
Yo.
And it's another motherfucking adventure in sports. Today we're going to talk about...
Where will Kirk Cousins, the quarterback, sign?
You guys watch that All-Star game? Is it back?
Is it back? I don't think so. And we're also going to talk about our top 5 little big men in the NBA's history.
The biggest of the little.
Fergie was good. I like her.
Come on.
That's right, people. It's another fucking podcast.
We.
Super MC Paranormal.
That's what we need. That's what we're missing. That's what this podcast is missing. That air horn.
Who started that? When did that start?
I want to say it started with sports. They had just the regular air horn.
Then DJ started doing it.
DJs started
like,
using it when...
I feel like Power 106 had that a lot.
I feel like...
overplayed it.
Nah, it was... what's his name? DJ... God, I'm looking like an idiot right now. Anyway, let's introduce ourselves.
Fact, he does look like an idiot. He's wearing a clown suit today.
You guys, go ahead and introduce yourself. Because it's your boy Bill. Y'all already know it's your boy Bill.
Hey, it's James Haley.
Yeah, what's happening? It's Eric Martig.
And this is another fucking podcast by us. We never say the name of this title.
Bill
of our
and James
podcast.
and Tig'S Excellent Adventure.
I like it. I like it.
We really got it. We really got a name now.
Yeah.
We really got a name now.
Bill,
We've had one
James,
for a while.
and
We
Tig'S,
just haven't
Excellent Adventure.
Boy,
remembered
that
it.
James really ruins it right in the middle, though, right?
Bill, James, and Tig's Excellent Adventure. No, you just got to say it a certain way.
Did they just throw a James in the middle of that?
Bill, James, and Tig. They're like, who is Bill James? Who's Bill James?
Bill, James, and Tig'S Excellent Adventure.
I always wondered what Bill's last name was. It was James.
Like LeBron James, only Bill.
It could just be one name. Bill James Tig.
Bill James Tig.
James Tig.
That was actually the first name that we went with, was Bill James Tig. But it didn't work well. In the we're gonna cut that part out.
Yeah, because this is terrible.
This is terrible.
This is what they pay for.
Can't even remember the name of that DJ. God damn.
DJ Quick.
Nah, man.
DJ Krispy Kreme.
I'll remember later. Is
DJ from Full House.
I'll remember later. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What does matter is we might have a historical moment in NFL history coming up here. The Jets are trying to make history. It's reported out there that they want to offer Kirk Cousins a guaranteed contract.
A max guaranteed contract.
The first
Or
guaranteed contract in NFL.
I don't know if
history,
it's
correct?
max, but yeah, it would probably have to be max.
I say they're worth it. He's worth it to the Jets. There are 12, maybe 15 serviceable quarterbacks in the world, and he is one of them. And if you don't have a quarterback in this league, what are you even playing for?
You're useless.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely useless. The Jets, I think, the Jets are definitely going to give him a max contract because that's what he's looking for. He's looking for a payday at this point because.
But do you think it'll be guaranteed?
If the Jets need to guarantee it to get him, the Jets will guarantee it. They will get him if that's what it takes. Because the Jets are a mess right now. And they need a quarterback to build a franchise around. Because without that, you turn into the Cleveland Browns.
Exactly. Well, I'm glad you said that. Cause
Who was their quarterback last year? Nobody?
who was the Jets quarterback last year? Who was the Jets quarterback last year?
See, that's the point. Half the teams have a quarterback no one can even remember.
Ooh, that was a good question.
Was it EJ Manuel?
Why do we have a question?
No, it
Why
was
do we have a
not
topic
E.J.
we don't know
Manuel.
nothing about? No, it wasn't EJ Manuel.
This is a problem. If you don't know.
That's how great the Patriots were. They had 2 great quarterbacks, and they had to get rid of one of them.
Had to is such a strong
Josh
word.
McCown? Was McCown there?
He was, I think, he was the backup.
Josh
Bryce
McCown.
Petty?
Yeah, they went through all of them this year. They actually played everybody this year.
Bryce Petty is currently the QB.
So
backed
really
up by
what it is
Patrick.
the Jets look terrible. But what if the Browns say, hey, the Jets are going to offer a first max guaranteed contract with all the dollars fully guaranteed? We got to do the same thing.
And not let their quarterback their rookie, their second-year quarterback. Who's the guy? AJ.
Exactly. Yeah, no, not let him do nothing. Let him go. Let him.
Really?
Well, first of all, what you need to do.
Is it AJ McCarron?
AJ McCarron is a free agent at this point.
Yeah, they could go
unrestricted
get him.
free agent.
They could go get.
The Browns tried to get AJ McCarron during the season before the trade deadline, and they fucked up their paperwork and they didn't get it in time, so they lost him. So now he's a free agent. So everyone is talking about the Browns maybe revisiting AJ McCarron because at one point they wanted him, and I would just love to see AJ McCarron play at some point in his career because he was a great college quarterback.
Yes, he was. And you were the first one to bring it up. What college did he go to? The University of Alabama. Roll Tide.
That is such a Cleveland Browns thing to do, just to fuck up on paperwork, and that's why they didn't get a player.
Oh, no, it was the most Browns thing ever.
That's horrible. They need to upgrade their fax machines or something.
They need to just fire everybody.
What it was is, you know, the last regime, which I believe is different now. There's a different GM in place now.
Yeah, they got rid of all that nonsense.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
of that kind of shit that was going on.
And he is a professional, and they're going to be professional about this, and I agree with you. I was just throwing them in the Kirk Cousins mix because he is going to be available as a free agent.
The Browns are going to be looking at him. The Broncos, I think, is the best move for Kirk Cousins.
But I think they should
wants to win a championship.
I think they should go get A.J. McCarron. But you say the Browns, I mean, the Broncos, the best bet for the Broncos to me is to go get A.J. McCarron. Because he's better than Kirk. He just hasn't had a chance because...
I mean, this is a very biased opinion coming from Bill here.
No, because, look, when he's been out there, he's performed better than... When he's been out there, he's performed better than Andy Dalton. He just hasn't gotten a chance because Marvin Lewis is an idiot, and he loves Andy Dalton for some reason. Because he drafted Andy Dalton. He wants this to be his project.
The thing is, I've seen Kirk Cousins, have a full year as an NFL starting quarterback. I have yet to see AJ McCarron actually it's one thing if
Kirk Cousins cannot throw a deep ball, and that's why the Redskins let him go. Okay, he's not a deep ball threat quarterback, and that's why they let him go. That's why they went and got another non-deep ball threat quarterback in Alex Smith, but he can move, he's mobile, and that's the reason they went and got him.
I mean, if Kirk Cousins was that good, then the Redskins would have kept him, right?
They are also a terrible organization, so we have to assume that they're just idiots. I don't know. We have to assume that they're stupid because they've been so stupid in the past.
I mean, they are the worst team in that division
for 7 years. I
don't know. I like Kirk Cousins better than Alex Smith.
I don't.
He did well with Deshaun
Kirk
Jackson.
Cousins has never played in a big game and won a big game.
I think I like Alex Smith better than
What
Kirk
about the you like that game?
Yeah, that was a regular season game. I was talking about big games. And you know what? That wasn't even a big game. That was just he won the game and they came back to win.
And you know
but
what?
That's not a big... I'm talking about when the stars are out.
Well, the problem
and the
is
goddamn
what
lights are
Alex
bright.
Smith during those games.
Yeah. Well,
Exactly. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Well, I feel like
But Alex Smith has won a playoff game.
QBs to me.
How many playoff games has Kirk Cousins
I think I'd
won?
choose Alex Smith over Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
And save a bunch of money.
That's exactly what they did.
You know.
But now I think they disrespected him the last 3 years because this year they basically set him up for failure by getting rid of all his wide receivers, got a quarterback as a wide receiver, and said, bet you don't throw for 4,000 yards and 12 interceptions this year. And then he did.
You think they set him up?
Oh, yeah, because they didn't want to have to pay him again this year.
Because they kept franchising him, right? They giving them the 1 year deals.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think he said, you like that. I think he was talking to his agent, and he was saying, you like that? We got our big contract, right? And then it never came.
Exactly. It was...
Yeah. AJ McCarron to the Broncos is kind of cool.
They got good weapons.
They need a QB bad. That defense, I mean, even though they had a down year, I guess, for that defense, it's still a pretty decent defense.
And Emmanuel Sanders is the best kept secret in the league. That dude is a great wide receiver. And
he's only the best kept secret because he doesn't have a quarterback.
Exactly. If you get him a good quarterback, I guarantee top 10 wide receiver.
Actually, that year with Peyton Manning, Emmanuel Sanders had a great year.
Yeah. And but,
what have you done for me lately?
Peyton Manning, exactly. Peyton Manning, one of the greatest regular season quarterbacks of all time.
No, he's the greatest regular season quarterback.
He got him a Super Bowl ring.
That's
pretty good.
Worst Super Bowl
One of the
quarterback
few
of all
quarterbacks
time.
that did not win the MVP of the Super Bowl.
He did not
That defense
deserve anything.
Okay, because Peyton Manning won it when he was.
Well, how many passes did he have in the Super Bowl? 12?
He already has an MVP.
What, he throw 12 balls in the Super Bowl?
MVP. What's that?
What, he throw 7 balls in the Super Bowl? 12? How many?
No,
the defense outscored.
Get out of here, man. He was out of here, man. Fuck out of here. And in the Super Bowl that he won, when the first Super Bowl that he won,
Colts versus Bears.
That's my Bears.
they scored 10 fucking points.
And well, he was also playing the best defense in the league in the Chicago Bears.
Okay, so he's supposed to be the greatest quarterback of all time in the people's eyes, but he just can't score but 10 points against Rex Grossman's Bears. Fuck out of here.
Okay,
Ryan
I'm pretty
Urlacher.
sure the score was 27-17. I'm pretty sure.
27-17?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. We have to look that one up.
I'm looking. Oh, correction. 29-17.
Holy shit.
So Peyton Manning still put up enough points.
How many touchdowns did he throw? Yeah, how many touchdowns did he throw?
I'm gonna say
Joseph
at least
Adai, if I'm not mistaken, was the one that was out there balling out of sight. If I'm not mistaken, because
he threw 1 touchdown.
he threw. Yes, I was right. He did not score any of those points. He scored 1 fucking touchdown. Get the fuck out of here, Peyton Manning.
250 yards, 1 touchdown.
Fuck out of here, Peyton Manning. Fuck out of here. Joseph Adai was the man that day. I remember that.
Little fact checking you. Actually, Adai was not the leading back. Rhodes was the leading back.
Rhodes.
He had 113 and a touchdown.
Dominic Rhodes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Who had the other touchdown? It had to be somebody else out there with the touchdown.
Oh, yeah. It was a man named Reggie Wayne who caught for a touchdown.
Yeah, he only had 1 because there was only 1 touchdown thrown. So who was out here? Who's others?
Kelvin Hayden.
Somebody was out here.
Was
never
pick
heard of him.
6. It's probably the highlight of his career was scoring the touchdown that sealed the game.
No, being mentioned in this podcast is the highlight of his
The
career.
highlight of Hayden's career is being mentioned on this podcast.
Goddamn right. You know what the highlight of his
Shout out,
career
Kelvin
is?
Hayden.
Being the highest scoring person on his fucking football team.
Yeah.
That's
Actually, that year I was working in a sports agency that I'm pretty sure represented Mr. Hayden. So everyone was very excited for him.
Did you give him a handshake?
You know, I didn't. I was a mess after that loss, though. I think I called off of work the next 2 days or something. I almost got fired.
We don't care if you're a Bears fan.
I'm like, how can anyone work right now, guys?
I know what the fans are thinking. What's the point, y'all? Well, the point is Peyton Manning sucks. That's what my point is. Fuck y'all.
All right. All right. Well, we'll see. I'm excited to see. Like, I'm glad to take a little break from the NFL, but
I'm swing.
I'm back getting excited about it. Like,
Well, let me just ask this really quick question then. Do you think Baker Mayfield is like the new going to be the new Manziel or the Manziel that should have been?
I think he's very Manziel-y. And I don't think he's going to be the Manziel that should have been. I think he's just going to be kind of like a Johnny Manziel.
He's going to be in the draft?
Yeah, he's going to be getting drafted.
He's not going to be
year.
at the draft, apparently. His fucking attitude sucks.
Oh.
Man, he refused to like even take an interview with the Bears because he's like, oh, they got Mitch Trubisky already, so what's the point of taking an interview? Because there's an NFL football team that wants to consider you as one of their options, you cocky son of a bitch.
And they all talk to each other. All the teams talk to each other. So
just be smart, man. Your attitude matters in these interviews.
These 20-year-olds don't know how good they have it.
It's crazy.
Going to be a multimillionaire. Can't take a 10-minute interview.
So let's get to it. I know y'all been waiting. It's called the B Block. We going to the NBA.
The All-Star Game is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, dum. Y'all keep talking.
The NBA All-Star Game is back.
It's back.
Seemingly so. James, did you watch the full game?
I watched the full game. I knew from the get-go it was good. It would be different. Shut the fuck up over there.
right, can we cut the music, please? Thank you.
Cut the music, producer.
Oh man, it's these new producers we have.
Halftime score was like 70 to 80. I was like, whoa, this is like an actual NBA game.
Yeah.
There were some defensive lapses, and let it be known, if there's only one guy, if there's any kids listening to this podcast, if you're on a team and only one guy's playing defense, a great defense, you're still going to get scored on because you're just 2 passes away from getting an open dunk. But when that fourth quarter hit, I was like, I want to know. This is the most competitive All-Star game I've seen since, I think it was 2004 when Michael Jordan was there, or 2003 when Michael Jordan was there. Kevin Garnett won the MVP, and I think it went into overtime. I was a big fan.
You mean when they actually played defense in the All-Star game? When they
when they had the 90 stars and actually played defense.
To me,
and Kobe blocked Jordan twice.
There was very little defense. Just because we saw a steal in the first quarter, everybody thinks that there was they played more defense than they did last year and the year before.
Him. Cool.
Okay, the bar is so low. This is like saying Trump acted like a human being today. This is a low bar we've set. The All-Star game that you just mentioned with Garnett, Jordan, that's an All-Star game. That's defense. That's how they play. Now, I agree. I like seeing different, West Coast versus East Coast players on there. I like seeing the mix and match.
Oh, you like that it's all...
I like the new format.
East and West.
Sure. I like the new format, but I don't think it made it more competitive. Stephen Curry was eating popcorn on the sideline. on the bench. James Harden barely showed up. Butler decided
Brewer just thought for a second he was in the All-Star game.
He's like, oh yeah, somebody saw me. No, I just saw him in the crowd. But anyway, Butler didn't even play. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, why did Butler just give his spot to someone else?
Steph did not take it serious. You can say what you want. Team LeBron took it serious, but that's because they full of serious people. They got Westbrook and LeBron James. You could not take it serious on their team.
They teamed up again, Kevin Durant and Westbrook, and Kyrie Irving and LeBron James played seamlessly.
It was really fun to see those guys like enjoying each other's company again.
Yeah.
It was quite the dramatic, like LeBron James 14 years, like this. It's almost like watching like a TV series. I feel like all the drama, and then the All-Star game was like them coming back to each other and realizing like, hey, let's not hold grudges against each other, or we'll save it for when we see each other in the playoffs.
Sure.
But we can still be friends, and we remember, man, we actually did have some good times together.
And LeBron was like, holy shit, this is what it's like to have great teammates. I know how the Warriors feel now.
Oh.
Speaking of that, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Well, no, fuck that. No, I'm gonna go on to the next question.
And
I'm gonna stay up on All-Star game.
Real quick, there was more than just one steal. Joel Embiid blocked Russell Westbrook.
That was
twice.
I said just because there was a steal in the first quarter.
Oh, yeah,
I know there was more.
Listen.
I'm just saying, like,
you gotta give the fans what they want a little bit.
Like, these guys are still having fun there, and it's never going to be as competitive as a real game, but it was a better game. It was more evenly matched because of the draft, I feel like. In the last 6 to 8 minutes of the fourth quarter,
they were
that was really fun. Then guys were actually trying.
But that's how it usually is, and that's how it usually is. But it hasn't been for the last 3 years.
No, not at all. Last year's score.
These guys.
They almost scored 200 points last year, right?
190 to 180 or something.
Yes,
insane.
It's actually exactly.
Insane.
So that's why I say, keep it going. Okay, we saw an improvement. How about we see the fourth quarter for 3 quarters, or how about we see the fourth quarter for at least 2 quarters?
Or maybe just play 1 quarter.
I'm just saying, how about we see that intensity?
Quick pickup game to 21.
1 15-minute quarter.
Or if they so serious about it like that, why not just make it half court? If y'all just that lazy.
Well, I mean,
that's really what is coming down to me.
If they make the intro any longer, they're only going to be able to play for 15
exactly.
minutes. That intro was insane.
It was insane. They try to make this spectacle of basketball. Basketball is a spectacle itself.
Yeah.
Let them go out there and play. These guys are the best athletes in the world.
Jamie Foxx was rapping on stage. Does he have like a new album out or something? Why was Jamie Foxx up there with Queen Latifah and Ludacris?
Kevin Hart was roasting the players as they were coming out he was saying things that like, oh, that might be true.
But see,
or is he trying to be funny?
Actually, I didn't mind.
Do you guys see Kyrie's
It was just that he
face
was
on the,
went too
the world's not
long.
flat line?
What was that?
When Kevin Hart was like, Kyrie, the world is round, man. It's round. Kyrie's face. I didn't see a smile on that.
No, he was not happy. He was like, no, it's not. It's not round. It's flat. You don't know that.
That fool's a dummy. He probably thinks a basketball is flat too.
Guys,
I mean-
Kyrie Irving's very smart.
Kyrie Irving
got out of
is
Cleveland.
very smart. Uncle Drew, shout out
There
to
you go.
you. But
Yeah.
the Earth
Oh,
is
he's got
not
a new movie
flat.
out. Uncle Drew, too, by the way.
So let me ask y'all about the other competitions that took place All-Star Game.
Can we talk about Fergie real quick?
What do you guys think about Fergie's national anthem?
That was so cringeworthy. I couldn't believe it.
I thought it was like really not as bad as everybody keeps saying.
No, but-
because there's so many worse. Have you ever seen bad national anthems? I could give you 10 that were worse than hers, and like that was it was not that bad. Was it bad? It was bad.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's saying it's the worst. It was bad.
It felt like she was trying to be bad.
No, she was trying to do a Marilyn Monroe impersonation.
Sexiness that was
like,
like,
yeah.
it's a national anthem.
Yeah.
What is sexy
I
about
don't,
the
who
national
doesn't like
anthem?
get a little chubby chub while they're listening to the national anthem? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? But it just didn't translate through because you know why? Because she could see everybody's faces.
And you're at the NBA
And she was like,
All-Star
I could
basketball
tell she got a
game.
little nervous. She got a little choked up. And she couldn't follow through.
Is Fergie a good singer?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
a good singer.
She said no. She just made a
She
bad
could have
choice.
sang that way better than she did.
Maybe.
And she even apologized.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think the only thing she should have apologized for is missing that note at the end and doing that like that. She fucked up
She
on.
tried to go Christina Aguilera.
No, she can do that. She just
over
fucked.
syllabized.
I could tell she was looking at everybody's faces and they were not like
Nervous.
feeling it, and she just got nervous and fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, Fergie still looked good. She still looked good out there.
Yeah, she's on like Faceless number 3, number 4.
I don't know why they have famous people do
Great.
the. I don't know why they have pop stars or famous people do the national anthem. I have a top 3 national anthems that I can think of that were great. Number 1 was at a college basketball game. These 5 little white girls called the Cactus Cuties, and they did a harmonized version. Now they probably grew up to be Trump supporters, but this is
Definitely,
like,
if their names
this
are
is
Cactus Cuties, they definitely are Trump supporters,
But it
and they probably
was-
have sex with their cousins.
It was incredible. Number 2, I went to a Clippers game maybe about 9 years ago, and Slash from the Guns N' Roses played the national anthem on his guitar. Incredible.
That's pretty sweet.
And number 3 was a Colts playoff game where a trumpet player was playing it, and they panned to Reggie Wayne, and he was crying. And it wasn't because he was getting benched like Bill Belichick did Malcolm Butler, but this trumpet player made him move to tears. And man, I was watching it, I was almost moved to tears. So check out YouTube, those 3 national anthems, and you will see what's supposed to be.
How you gonna leave out Whitney Houston's national anthem?
I never heard it.
You never heard it. You don't have. You don't have YouTube. You don't have YouTube.
Sporting event? At a sporting event?
You don't have YouTube. Yeah, it was the Super Bowl. It was the Super Bowl. It's the best national anthem ever.
I must have been drinking Don Julio Añejo at the time. I apologize. YouTube that one too.
Best
Whitney
national
Houston.
anthem ever.
What about this one? What about this one?
Oh, this is a great one too. Marvin Gaye? Is that Marvin Gaye?
Marvin Gaye's.
Yeah, incredible one.
Laker game? Is that the one at the Laker game?
It sure was.
Yeah, I mean, like, but that's my whole point is Fergie was trying to do something like this, something different.
See, I don't think
And-
Fergie's a good singer. That's why.
But she just fucking fucked it up. And she probably took a Xanax. She looked like she probably took a Xanax before.
She tried to make it sexy.
She's too nasally when she sings for me. For
You
me.
can't do that. Sorry, Fergie.
Anyway,
The next one will be good.
check out those 5
As a singer,
anthems.
as the singer here, I will say she did not do that bad. There's been way worse. Check out Roseanne's fucking
the
that was a big mistake.
national
She tried
anthem.
being bad.
Check out
Yikes.
fucking what's that dude from Real World? Come on, be my lady tonight. Go check out his national anthem. Terrible. Go check out some. The national anthem is done at every sporting event, so you got to imagine there are probably 10,000 worse than hers.
Oh,
If you-
100%.
If you don't,
This is a
some people don't
social
even finish
media
it.
phenomenon. Social media, I will not go into it with you. You motherfuckers just made this way bigger than it really was.
Yeah.
This shit is not that bad. Calm down.
if you don't try to
Black
do
Twitter,
anything
you
special,
too. I'm talking to you too, Black Twitter.
if you don't try to do anything special for the national anthem, the worst you can do is a B. That's all I'm saying.
Where's you can do be? Yeah. All right.
Anyway.
Anyways, enough with furry. Did you guys watch the dunk contest at all?
I did a letdown.
What did you? The scoring in the dunk
Let
contest is out of control.
Yeah, and especially
The first dunk of the dunk contest got straight 10s or close to it.
it had Mark Wahlberg and Chris Rock and DJ Khaled.
Why are they judging the dunk
That is
contest?
so like Bill was saying, it's already a spectacle. You don't need to add spectacleness to a dunk contest.
No. And they were just like repeating people's dunks.
Yeah,
You're going
I-
to tend to do Vince Carter did that dunk better.
I am so sick of paying homage to the past dunkers. Like, make a name for yourself. All right, this is
Yeah.
it's called the Rising Stars Dunk Contest.
Yeah.
Make other people 20 years from now imitate your dunks. I'm tired of. I've seen this dunk. You're not gonna do Vince Carter's dunk better than he did his dunk. I don't care if you're wearing his jersey.
And just because someone passes the ball to you in a really cool, creative way, and then you dunk it, that doesn't mean that you should get straight 10s for doing
Yeah.
that. There was a straight 10 dunk that was just a pass off the side of the backboard, and he dunked it. Why is that getting straight 10s?
You know,
Because you had nobodies that you got non-athletes judging the damn dunk contest. That's why. Yeah, Dr. J up there with a bunch of ass clowns that don't know nothing about basketball.
The double tap off the backboard was really
Larry
really
Nance's
good.
that
was really good.
That was
Larry Nance Jr. should have won first, foremost. He should have won. Hands down. He did his dad's signature dunk in his dad's
I'm okay
uniform.
with that because it actually makes sense.
He did the, like you said, off the backboard, which I thought didn't get as much points as it should have. That was ridiculous.
Well, it's because
They didn't
what they
even know
were
what
doing,
happened.
they were scoring it like before the super slow-mo of it, and then not changing their answers.
It's a flawed system. I get Mark Wahlberg out of there. He played a basketball player like twice or something in a movie, and he has no credibility of being a dunk
I
contest.
agree with you both. Dunk contest was whack. Has been whack since Blake jumped over a fucking car. You know what? He created the jump the car. Like they've jumped the shark.
Jumping
jumped
over
the car.
Kevin Hart is not difficult.
A crouching Kevin Hart.
Yeah, what the hell was
Kevin
that?
Hart,
like
I
3
can jump
feet.
over Kevin Hart right now.
And then he had him crouch. Anyway, also a YouTube moment. The best dunk I've seen in the dunk contest is the 2004 dunk contest. Jason Richardson bounces to himself off the backboard through the legs dunk. He did not win the dunk contest, but that was the best dunk contest.
That's a
I've
great
seen.
dunk. That's a great
Fantastic.
dunk. That's a cool
Super
dunk.
difficult.
And if you're gonna try to do a Vince Carter dunk, you best try to stick your whole arm into the basketball net because that shit is hard.
Yeah, you know who did it? Blake Griffin did it on that jump the shark contest. Before
he put his arm in there.
Yeah, Blake.
Yow!
off the backboard, that was pretty impressive.
Man, let me tell you something. The best dunker ever is Vince Carter.
Sure.
And Vince Carter, that's a good one to go and imitate if you want to imitate go up there and duplicate something that he did. That's good, but you better do it like he did it.
Yeah.
Or better. For me to give you.
Or do it better, yeah. If you're going to imitate him.
What about the 3-point contest? Y'all watch that?
I did not.
Who won the 3-point contest?
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
That's right. That's right.
I think
I watched
it was
it.
more
I forgot
exciting
who
than the
won.
dunk contest.
Paul George put up.
Oh, my
he
God.
built houses for refugees in Africa.
That was so embarrassing. Everyone in the state was like, "Oh, do we want this guy on the Lakers?"
He was putting us so many.
Paul.
He put up so many bricks. I was like,
getting a lot of attention.
I was like, yeah, keep putting up them bricks. And you gonna have to stay in OKC. Ain't nobody gonna watch
He's
you now.
building a house in OKC.
Yeah, he just built a mansion. He went through there. Did he hit anything? Did he hit it? Did he hit one?
I think he missed an entire rack, right?
And-
He did miss an entire rack.
Yeah.
I think it was his money ball rack
I
too.
think he missed like 2 racks.
I think he airballed one of his last ones too. But anyway,
Paul was tired. He was tired.
He was like, yeah, he probably just got some pussy.
Paul was a tired man.
He probably just got some pussy. He was like, oh shit, I gotta shoot. Damn.
should we do Little Men?
Well, what was it? Wait a minute. We got to do the celebrity game.
Oh man, so my dream.
Okay, the game of all. See, this is what we really watch the All Star game for.
To the celebrity
My
game.
dream in life is to at some point hit a point in my career that I'm asked to be in the celebrity all-star game.
Right.
Because man, that looks like for anyone that ever wanted to be an NBA basketball player in their lives and then realized they weren't ever going to do that, that's a dream come true
That's
to get
true.
to play.
This is the
in
reason
game.
that I started this podcast. Is this is so we could have
Our
a chance.
goal.
Also, you guys are also the
subscribe so we can someday.
you guys are also probably the best basketball players that I know. So I gotta get y'all.
We got a good chance. The three of us on the court.
On one team.
Yeah, man. I mean, we just dominate. We
Bill's
get out
got
there.
hands. We know Bill's got
You
hands.
can
Hey.
take Sasha Vujic.
Oh man, I'll knock Sasha Vujic out. I'll just be the Dennis Rodman of the team. I'll just come through and elbow a dude in his head.
The celebrity all-star game.
Celebrity All-Star game. If you let us in, you know what you're getting. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Just saying. We'll see you guys in like
3 years.
weeks.
3 years.
Oh, yeah.
Next 2 years.
a good 2 years.
Get it back in Los Angeles too. That way we don't have to go nowhere.
I'll start training now.
Yeah, we training. We
You
working
guys
out.
play basketball this week? Sure.
We're ready for you, Justin Bieber.
Why is Bieber always in the
Because he can
celebrity
ball.
all-star
He can
game?
play.
He doesn't. He's the last guy who needs publicity. You know who really utilized the celebrity basketball game? I think it was like 5 years ago. Kevin Hart was in the game.
Oh, yeah.
And he was just acting like a clown, like trying to just like, hey, everybody, look at me. I'm going balls out.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that? Are you creating a conspiracy right now where Kevin Hart's career was launched by being the MVP of the All-Star celebrity game 3 times? Are you saying the only reason he's famous
I'm saying
is because he was on the All-Star
I'm
game?
saying he utilized every possible opportunity to get his name out there, and while everyone else was taking the game seriously, trying to win, and he's like, "No, this is a great opportunity. You guys are dummies. I'm gonna be the most watched person. I'm gonna be on all the YouTube clips."
And it
after
was
this game.
fun as shit.
Yeah.
I loved those games. Those games are great. Kevin Hart, he changed. He made the All-Star game fun again. We're like,
Yeah, he made
man,
it, like,
what is
fun.
Kevin Hart going to do? And then he
Entertaining.
won MVP in those games too.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you saying that
It was boring
right
as
after
shit
that he
this
started
year.
making really
No,
great
he's
movies? Is that what you're saying?
Do you know how many
right.
comedians out there are hilarious but don't have publicity?
But how many of those were in the Celebrity
That's
All-Star
what
game?
I'm saying. You gotta find
Exactly.
opportunities
Kevin Hart,
and make the
if
most
you
of
So
it.
you are
listening?
saying that
I think
he
it's
was
time to
I think
write a
it's-
thank
maybe
you
he's a
note to
marketing
the
genius?
NBA.
Smart. He's very smart.
Maybe he marketed
Very smart.
himself to white people so he could get into the
Hey.
movies? Is that what you're saying?
I'm gonna say 100%.
Are you saying?
It's
I'm
Kevin
hey,
Hart.
You got it.
I'm just saying. This is where you get your hot takes, people. This is where you get your hot takes.
Hey,
I mean,
Hot
you
takes.
can see the beginning of people's careers starting in a lot of places.
Yeah. I mean,
And,
he,
you
had a
know,
career, he was
then
in the
people have-
Celebrity All-Star game, so he obviously had a career.
But there's
before
the very
Celebrity
rare
All-Star
people-
game. But I'm not going to say that actually didn't like help his career. It made him so much more popular. If you didn't know who Kevin Hart was and you were a basketball fan,
You knew after
boom,
that.
little Kevin Hart has just come on the scene. You go, man, that dude's kind of funny,
And then you
he's
see
good at
his name.
basketball.
Well, y'all might
his
say it,
name
but I
on
ain't
a
never going to
marquee?
say that. No, I'm joking.
Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's got some
I'll
good stuff.
say that probably made him being MVP at a Celebrity All-Star game. That probably made him think he could get up there during the Super Bowl.
Oh man, that was embarrassing.
Celebrate with the
He was trying
Eagles.
to get out.
with the Eagles. He was trying to get up there.
Kevin
like,
Hart
"Come on,
got
man."
drunk at the Super Bowl.
was
He was
amazing.
trying to get
No,
onto the award stage. And if you Google this, YouTube this, Kevin Hart trying to get onto the stage, because it's really funny. He was wasted apparently, And I think he said in an interview that his wife was telling him that it's like not a good idea. It's not a good idea, but he did it anyways.
He was like, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to get this done.
He got right to the entrance. He really got up there, but he was trashed.
Way drunk. I think that was his problem at the All-Star game. I think he was trashed. He was drunk.
But he was introducing players.
Because he went way over his time. Somebody was flashing that red light and he was like, fuck that.
When did they flash it? Halfway through? Because that was the longest intro
I'm saying they were flashing it in between players. That's what they were.
He ran the light. He
ran the light big time. He ran over it and then backed over it. And then said, "Fuck you! I'm gonna keep going."
Yeah, they have to stop that intro.
He just got to stop drinking at All-Star Weekend. That's all it is.
I don't mind Kevin Hart drunk. There's just some good stories.
He just has to stop talking so much. He was on NBA Inside the NBA with Ernie and Chuck and them, and he was talking his ass off over there too. I was like, damn. Shut up.
Kevin Hart, he's a talker. He's a talker.
He's like, look, you see, I talk. I'm good at this.
I'm really good at talking.
I'm really good at talking. I was like, yeah, you are, motherfucker.
Has anyone seen Jumanji? That's top of my list.
No.
I hadn't seen it.
I'll be honest, I don't like any Kevin Hart movie.
Hey, the one with him and The Rock. That was
Jumanji?
No, not Jumanji. The one before that.
Oh,
the one
CIA.
Yeah, whatever it was. That was good. I watched it.
There were some good parts in there.
That was funny. That was funny.
It's fun to see like Kevin Hart thrown around our room.
Speaking of Kevin,
so little. It's really fun to see.
I want to say, speaking of Kevin Hart, because we're talking about little bitty Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's what, like 5'6"?
Yeah,
if that,
something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I brought up a question earlier this week, and it was about the little man, and I want to know
the little man.
I want to know because Isaiah Thomas just got traded, and I was thinking like man, he's one of the big little men now. We hadn't seen a guy like him since like Nate Robinson, and before that Allen Iverson. So I'm like, wonder
His
what
dunk
everybody.
contest was kind of fun.
Nate Robinson won the dunk contest.
Yes,
that was a
man.
Great little man. So I was like, who is your top 5 little men? I was gonna do top 10, but I was like, there might not be that many. But there are that many. But I just was like,
there are that many. There's
nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know who we're talking
about.
My
lifetime that can actually like watch them.
Well, see, that's my
where
caveat.
I kept it.
That's my caveat. I only comment on people that I actually watched.
Right.
So anything like I never got to see Jordan play in the Bulls. So I'm pretty much an expert on the NBA from 2000 to now. So that's where my top 5 little men come from.
I like how you said that. He said, I'm an expert.
Well, I mean,
he said, I'm pretty much an expert.
I never saw a full Bulls game.
Yeah.
So I only see the highlights.
No, fuck that. Run with that shit. I'm an expert.
So I'll go first.
Who's on your list? Yeah. Go ahead, James.
Number 1, JJ Barea.
You know what? I was thinking about putting him on my list. JJ Barea is really good.
Yeah, and you know what? If it wasn't for him, the 2011 Mavericks don't win that championship against the stacked LeBron, Heatles, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh.
How tall is JJ?
I think he's.
If it wasn't for him?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Jason Terry getting into LeBron's head and making him not.
Terry still in the league by chance?
Yeah, he is.
I think he is.
And
actually.
Jason, he plays for the Bucks, and that's why I say he's going to be a coach for the. I think he's going to be the coach for the.
Who's
no,
older,
he doesn't
Vince
play for
Carter
the Bucks.
Or Jason Terry?
Maybe he does play for the Bucks.
I'm not sure. I think
Vince Carter's 41. Mm-hmm. Jason Terry has to be 40.
I think he's like the same age.
But in Game 5 of the finals in 2011, JJ Barea in the third quarter of a near tied game just gets around Mike Bibby 6 or 7 times and gets layups and hit like
40-year-old Mike Bibby.
Yeah, 5 3-pointers. I'm telling you, if it wasn't for him, the LeBron might have 4 championships.
No, if it wasn't for Jason Terry LeBron getting shut down by Jason Terry in 2 games. Literally, they put Jason Terry on LeBron James in 2 games, and LeBron James fell apart in the fourth quarter, and the Dallas Mavericks won because they got a Hall of Famer on their team and Dirk Nowitzki.
It was a team effort. JJ helped too.
JJ,
who else is on your list?
In that game,
who else is on your
list? Brevin Knight.
Who?
Brevin Knight.
Gesundheit.
See, I knew when he started with JJ Barea, I was like, something's bad, something's off here.
I also tried to keep
He's not on my list.
I tried to keep my list 5'11" and below. True little men. Not.
Okay,
I didn't
okay.
get any 6-0.
Okay.
I don't have
Who's
anybody
Brevin
6 feet.
Knight?
Brevin Knight is a point
Brevin
guard.
Knight. Sorry.
Brevin. Who does he play for?
Brevin Knight played for.
Played.
The I guess he got his best years were in Charlotte, but he started with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Was Charlotte the Hornets or were they the Bobcats?
They were the Bobcats.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is why we don't know who this guy
Speaking
is.
of, shout out to OU Bobcats and Cleveland Cavaliers fans out there. Holler.
This dude is one of the great examples of a pure point guard who didn't have the talent around him. I can't name any of those players who were on the
Man, he had Gerald Wallace. He had Steven Jackson was the most talented player on that team. He had what's that dude that they drafted? Adam
Morrison.
Adam Morrison.
Adam Morrison.
They had
that name in a while.
Okafor, Jaleel Okafor.
Emeka Okafor.
Oh yeah, Emeka Okafor, not Jaleel Okafor.
So
They had a
solid
lot
players.
They had solid players. Solid
and
players.
he averaged-
He's like the only guy we don't know about.
And he averaged around 9 assists.
9 assists?
because he had the best fucking people to pass to.
Those are not the best players.
Steven Jackson is amazing.
Steven Jackson is really good.
Steven
but
Jackson is a
there are
Hall of
still,
Famer.
There,
all
there are
right.
still a lot of players better than Steven Jackson.
Steven Jackson
And I
never
think
made an
he would be
All-Star
the best
game.
player
Emeka
on that squad.
Okafor?
And can we take Adam Morrison off the list?
I know. I
Any
just
players?
had to name him because he was
Yeah,
on the team.
'cause that
he
guy
didn't
did
play.
not
He didn't even play
play
really.
I
in the NBA.
think Brevin Knight.
He was on that Laker team too.
He was on that Laker team, yeah.
Brevin Knight for his size.
Brevin Knight.
Brevin.
Pure point guard, and just got his teammates the his teammates the ball.
Who else?
Earl Boykins.
Boykins.
This guy is a true little guy. I think he's 5'5".
He is 5'5".
I just remember him on the 2004-2005 Nuggets, bench player, averaging about 12 points. If you're 5'5" in the NBA and you average a whole season of 12 points, hey, you are getting it done. Probably some of the best biceps you've ever seen in the NBA too.
Biceps?
Yeah, dude was cut. And that is my number 4. Number 3.
Number 3, right.
Number 4, Nate Robinson.
Nasty Nate. I like Nate.
3-time dunk contest winner. And if that has anything to do with anything,
It has
also a great basketball player,
has
too.
mostly to do with the fact that the dunk contest has sucked for about 10 fucking years.
Yeah, if you're short in the NBA and can dunk, just
don't
get
win it.
into the dunk contest, you will win that
You will
dunk
win it.
contest as long as you dunk the
You
basketball.
will win it.
he is he's
your number what now?
Around he's
3.
not ranked or anything. That's number 4 for me.
Yeah. It's the 4th one you said.
He averaged.
you didn't rank him?
Nah, they're all
okay.
bad.
Nate Robinson was good.
Nate Robinson's real good.
He has-
Averaged 17 points, I believe, off the bench for a bad Knicks team. But,
Career average, I think
he started off and on for that.
Career
team.
average, I think he averaged like 11.5, which is
Yeah.
actually really good because
And he was a key player in the I believe the 2011 Bulls playoff team.
If anyone watched
Yep.
that Bull series, everybody got sick. If you watch that game,
Yep.
it's hilarious. There's buckets on the sidelines around the bench. because
whole
everyone had the flu.
team got
And
the
guys,
flu.
Everyone was sick. Nasty Nate Robinson was just draining buckets and threes to keep the Bulls in that game.
Yep.
It was
And
insane.
because Derrick Rose was hurt.
And Derrick Rose was hurt. And Nate Robinson won that game for the Bulls. The Bulls eventually got knocked out
They
of the
actually
playoffs.
got to the second round
Yeah.
of the playoffs, and
Basically,
I believe they got beat
because
by
of Nate
the
Robinson.
Heat, the Heatles. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they
Yeah,
got
I
beat
think-
by the
I
Heatles.
think that's right.
And then the Heatles
But
went
Nate
on
was
to
like
face the Pacers.
the last time the Bulls were exciting.
Yeah. So and just one of a pure athlete, just super strong, super fast.
Yeah.
Nate Robinson. And number 5, probably the greatest little man that has ever donned a Laker jersey, Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas is your number 1? Or
What'd you say?
just
Wait,
the
wait,
last
wait.
one on
Just
your
the
list?
last
You
one.
say
on
the
my list.
greatest little
The
man.
greatest little man that has ever done
What
on the
about
Lakers.
Jeff
On the
Fish?
Lakers.
What about Derek Fisher?
6'1".
Too tall, man.
6'2" maybe.
He is not 6'1".
Look it up.
Look. First of all, I'm
just
gonna
look it up.
get into that. The look up their sizes thing because they lie about their height.
I always assume they're an inch smaller than what's like on the internet.
Exactly. Yeah, they are always an inch.
All right, that's a good list. That's a good list.
Yeah.
6-1.
I'm putting your first two. I'm ranking them for you. That's 5 and 4. The first two you named.
I can only talk about the players that I've seen.
Okay, so my list has 6 feet and below.
Okay,
because that's not what I thought we were doing.
It's pretty much what we all did.
I didn't
6 feet and below.
I didn't want us 3 guys to talk about the 5 same players.
Yeah.
Well, we did 6 feet and below.
So
trust me, we're pretty much all gonna.
My fifth, I put down there is probably Nate Robinson.
Okay.
I will give him my
That's
top
your number 5
for small guys in the NBA in my lifetime that I've really enjoyed watching. So Nate,
that's good.
Shout out to Nate Robinson. He made 2 lists.
Supreme
Maybe
athlete.
he made Bills. We'll find out in a sec.
Can't wait.
So my number 4, I have to put Avery Johnson as the 4th smallest. Like he ran that team. He's the finals champion. Avery Johnson
On the Spurs?
On the Spurs. He has to be on this list.
He almost made my list.
Almost, yeah.
Avery Johnson.
Oh man,
He's currently the head coach for
A college team, right?
college basketball
Alabama?
team. Do you know what?
Oh, my God.
That's right. The University of Alabama.
oh man, I just keep feeding these Bama people constantly.
I was like, I'm not gonna. I
has
was like,
a
I'm
stake
not
in
gonna
every
say.
player.
I was like, I'm not gonna say anything in this podcast. Watch, it's still gonna come up. Watch, because Alabama's just too goddamn good. That's all I was like.
You guys are
I'm
just
sorry.
everywhere. Okay,
I'm sorry.
I got Avery Johnson as my 4th. Third to me, I will put up. I got to put up Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues.
I was a huge fan. I owned a Bogues jersey because I was really small when I was growing up. So I was
Nice.
the smallest kid. And Muggsy Bogues was my inspiration to try to become a basketball player. And then it became Reggie Miller. Shout out to
Muggsy's
Reggie.
5'3".
He's real little.
He's
real little.
Had a great appearance on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Had a great appearance in Space Jam.
Oh, sure.
Don't forget about Space Jam.
Yeah, but Curb Your Enthusiasm, guys.
That's where he was really getting his acting chops in. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Number 3 on my list is because of Space Jam. And then number 2, Damon Stoudemire's got to be on the list.
Shit.
You can't forget about Damon Stoudemire.
I apologize. That was on my list too.
Yes.
Not Isaiah Thomas.
He was one of my favorites growing up.
That was number 2.
That was number 2. Yeah.
Damon.
Ddamon Stoudemire. Did you watch Damon Stoudemire?
Yeah, but he got hurt too much for me.
No,
And he was healthy. He was awesome.
I mean, he's not bad.
awesome.
I was like
5'10".
Yeah.
5'10". They called him Mighty Mouse. I think he was Rookie of the Year. He was on the 2000 Portland Trailblazers team that almost beat the
He averaged 13 and 6
championship Lakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid player.
Unbelievable. And then number 1, I just you have to give it to Chris Paul.
Sure.
Chris Paul is
6'0".
the greatest 6 feet and
he's
under.
5'11".
Great. He's the best. He's the best at all of them.
I will give you him.
He's the best. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. Statistically, what he does defensively, he's the best.
I figured both of you were going to say Chris Paul because I didn't put him.
He's the best.
So I didn't put him on my list.
He may dethrone the Warriors this season on the Rockets.
Yeah. That's my list.
Also, Steve Nash, not 6 feet tall.
He's
6'1",
6'3".
6'2".
Well, he's written down as 6'3".
He's written down as 6'3", man. I seen Steve Nash standing next to Skip Bayless, and he's only a little bit taller than Skip Bayless.
I thought Steve Nash was
Skip
way
Bayless was like
shorter
5'8",
than
5'9".
You know what? It might be because he has back problems. He might have gotten smaller.
Has he been shrinking?
Look,
in his
let me tell
later
you something.
years.
Let me tell you something. He's never been that tall. They lie about little men's height a lot, especially if you're between 5'11" and 6 feet. Because they can fudge that. But anyway,
I also want to just give some quick honorable mentions to Darren Collison.
Oh, yes.
Who I think is extremely underrated. And I had to give some love to Spud Webb.
Webb.
My honorable mention is obviously Steve Nash. I'm dropping him as an honorable mention.
He's
Hall
way
of
too
Famer.
tall for this list.
Future Hall of Famer. And he's not way too tall. I seen him in the CVS in Memphis during the playoffs. He's not 6'3".
Was he standing next to the?
What was he buying?
Him and Sean Marion were buying candy bars. They were buying like a bunch of Twixes and Reese's. And it was weird.
That's weird.
It really was weird. It was crazy.
Are you sure it was Steve Nash? And
They were wearing
Sean
Phoenix. They were wearing Phoenix practice uniforms. Oh. It was them. So anyway, my list. I was all over the place. So I had a lot of people. Man, I had this dude Wataru Watt Misaka.
What the fuck?
I'm giving him the honorable mention.
Gesundheit?
That dude is getting an honorable mention. He's the first non-white person to play in the NBA.
Oh shit!
When did that happen?
Asian dude, like before Bill Russell got into the like before the first black person.
Really?
Played. Yeah.
What Asian country is he from?
Like 1947.
Who did he play for?
I think he's Japanese. He played for. I think he might have played for the Celtics. Maybe.
Japanese basketball player?
No, I don't think it was the Celtics. I don't think it was the Celtics.
It was like my
No, you know what?
dream
I
as a
don't know
child
who he
was
played
like the
for.
Celtics.
You can Google it, but he was 5'7".
At one point, I wanted to be the first Japanese basketball player.
All right.
But he was basically
the NBA.
Looks like
and
he was
apparently
basically
I had no idea it had already been done.
Getting $8,000 a year.
I am going to go ahead and give you these real big men, right? These little big men.
Yeah, the big little.
Coming in at number 5, I've got Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy!
You know what I'm saying? And coming in at, because you already had him. I don't have to talk about him. He was 5'3". Coming in.
Solid appearance on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Man, if you haven't seen Space Jam, you should rent it.
Coming in at number 5.
Blockbuster.
I mean, coming in at number 4, we already talked about him. Nate Robinson.
Nasty
Wow, we all had him. We all had him.
Nasty Nate. He had to get in there. He had to get in there.
Oh,
now this is when it gets
real quick. Nate Robinson was in the Celebrity All-Star game.
Yeah, this year. He almost dunked.
there?
He blew a dunk.
What was he doing in there?
He's an old player. Tracy
should be on
McGrady
the
was there
team.
too.
I know. He looked real bad.
Yeah,
He should be on the team.
I don't think he can run it.
So at number 3, I've got Earl Boykins.
All right.
And let me tell you why I got Earl. Because he was a beast. Earl Boykins bench pressed 350 pounds.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Holy smokes.
Him
Yes, he
and
fucking
Ben
did.
Wallace were like the only strong ones in the league at one point.
Yeah, like Earl Boykins was really a real strong motherfucker. So I put him in there because he's like, he could knock everybody in everybody's list out. Literally knock him out with a punch.
Yeah, but he couldn't reach your face.
So number 2, I put it in here because, and I'm surprised nobody mentioned him, is Allen Iverson.
AI is 6'1".
No, he is not. Allen Iverson is 5'11" with his shoes on. With his shoes on.
You're like using heights.
You're
that you
using your
think
mind
they are.
stats.
Yeah.
I'm not
Oh, my
using my mind
internet.
stats. Go look up. He will tell you he's 5'11". These are not. This is not bullshit. You real basketball people out there, you really know what I'm talking about.
Anyway,
my number 1.
No, he's listed at 6 feet.
Well, that's why
He's listed at 6
I
feet,
dropped the
and
ball
he's
on
not
that one.
even 6 feet.
I thought he was taller.
He's 5'11". He's
say Iverson
5'11".
for sure.
He's not even 6 feet. He's 5'11".
He's a top 20 player of all time, all right? He would be on my list.
if I thought he fit the
Well,
criteria.
you guys need to do your research because he's not 5. He's never been 6'1" in his entire fucking life. He's never been 6 feet in his entire fucking life. Dude is 6. He's 6 feet in his dreams.
Apologies to AI.
Yeah.
You would definitely be probably number 2 on
Yeah,
the
you're
list.
definitely beating Earl Boykins on my list.
You're number 2 on my list, AI. And the reason I didn't put him number 1 is because I got to give it to the first AI, which is our first honorable mention. I almost put him number 1 was Pistol Pete Maravich. I almost put him in my number 1, but I couldn't.
He's
do
definitely
it.
not 6'0". Oh,
No, he's below 6 feet. He says he's 5'11" too. So anyway, I'm putting it in here. Nate Tiny Archibald. He's the first AI. And
I was looking at him.
people can say what they want to say. This dude was the first AI. He was the first.
Pistol Pete was 6'5".
6'5".
He
not
was
no.
6'5", but that's
Not
just
according to Bill. In his
but that's just what it
dreams.
says here.
Yeah,
He's
because
probably
also
like
it's gonna say
5'10".
it's also gonna say that Nate was 6 feet, but Nate said in an interview he was only 5'11". So get out of here. Especially back in the day, they used to lie about.
I mean, that's a big lie.
Yeah, I mean,
6'5's a big one.
That's 5 inches. man.
Steve Nash is 6'4", 6'3".
I think he's
Fuck out of here.
6'3".
Fuck out of here. Steve Nash is obviously not that hot, that tall. Go Google it. Go Google him standing next to anything. Do some math. Like, it's real easy
Man,
to
the
look at
next
this
list
shit.
we make, I'm just taking all the rules out.
No, there's no rules. There was, first of all, we didn't have a rule. We didn't have any rules. And second of all, Google that shit. The dude, you can see him standing next to things. Also, people have admitted that people lie about the fucking heights in sports.
Yeah.
That's just a fact.
So
That's just
Archibald.
a fact. Nate Archibald is the best little man ever. He actually averaged like 30 points, 33 points with a terrible team in the Kings. Like, that dude is the first real, but it's because he never played in an era where, you know, like where cable television, so people
even
don't
television.
know about him. No, he was on television. He was on television a lot. Like, you can go look at the film. That's how I know about him. I look at film.
I thought he was too tall.
I'm a nerd.
You know?
Says he's 6'1" on here. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even bigger lie, because he was listed as 6 feet in his career. When he actually played, he was listed at 6 feet, and he said he was 5'11". So.
Wow.
That's an even bigger lie that he's 6'1". That's just people just make up shit, man. I'm telling you.
Fake news.
Go look it up.
news.
Anybody listening to this knows what I'm talking. Everybody's listening to this is going like this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Archibald.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, they're going. Players lie about their height.
Oh yeah, I would lie about my height.
You're gonna tell me
if I
that
was in the NBA, I would be 6'1".
Fuck the NBA. You're gonna tell me that
I'd be 7.
You're gonna tell
7 feet. Yeah.
You're gonna tell me that Ryan Mallett. You're gonna tell me that Ryan Mallett, when he was at Michigan, went from 6'11" to 6'10" when he moved to Arkansas. Oh, so he shrunk. So you're telling me that's what happened? No, motherfuckers lie about their height. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
Especially in basketball. I think.
Especially in
No one wants to be the
basketball.
short
Then
guy.
I changed my list to Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Shaq, Yao Ming, and Sean Bradley. All right.
That's a terrible list, because none of those people are actually under 6 feet. Everybody I named is under 6 feet. If you don't know that, I feel bad for you, because I feel like I just told you that Santa Claus doesn't exist. Because if you don't know that the athletes lie about a 1 inch or
I hear
2.
Santa's definitely under 6 feet tall.
So we should have just made the
Santa
list
Claus.
6'1" and under.
No, we shouldn't have, because that's not. All right, James.
put some
If
6'2"
you
people
really
in there.
don't understand, if you really don't understand that these players lie about their height, I feel like I just told you that Santa Claus.
I don't care
exists.
about their height. I don't care about their height, man. You guys asked me to put a list together. I did.
All right, good list. I'm glad we at least had some.
Why is Doug Martin on the fucking?
Because Doug Martin just got released. I wasn't sure if we wanted to talk about that.
Oh,
I do want to
shout out to you, Doug Martin. You just got cut. You ain't got a job no more.
Doug Martin is available to
This is a great player.
any
Just
teams that
injured.
need a running back.
He don't have a job no more.
He'll get a job.
He will.
What is he? 28.
I was just looking at him like, he
27.
don't have a job.
He's still pretty young. He's still pretty young.
He don't have a job.
Did you guys hear in the Olympics, the Russian curler got possibly busted?
You
for
know,
using
these
performance-enhancing
cheaters
drugs?
really ruined these great sports for us.
Russia is literally banned from the Olympics this year because
That's how
of
I feel
that.
about LeBron
So
James.
these guys are not representing Russia.
Oh yeah, they're Olympic.
They're OAR,
Yeah.
not the band, but what is it?
the Olympic
Olympic athletes
representative or something like that.
representing Russia or something like that.
Yeah, Olympic
yeah.
athletes representing Russia.
He got busted for PEDs for curling.
The writing was on the wall, and the Olympics said, "No,
Yeah.
we need this curler.
Yeah,
he's
this
one of the best."
This curler, I mean, and curling is the one event where you really don't need any of
any
that. You
fucking
need
dope.
balance and yeah.
Well, let me ask y'all a couple of LA questions. Are the Clippers or the Lakers going to make the playoffs? Yeah, because nobody cares about the Olympics. Nobody gives a fuck
Just a
about
little-
the Olympics.
little
Well,
fun
we had to
fact.
talk about the Russians. But I had to ask you some LA questions because we live in LA.
Okay, all right.
We got a little.
The Lakers.
We
No,
got
the
so much
Lakers,
time left.
I don't think the Lakers are going to make the playoffs.
No.
Yeah, when they made
Here
that
it is
trade.
right here, James.
Yeah, when they made the trade, I was like, wow, I think they could make the playoffs. They're only like 6 games out, and the Clippers and the Jazz were ahead of them. Little did I realize that Donovan Mitchell is one of the great rookies of all time. I don't see them getting past Utah. And the Clippers seem to still win even without Blake Griffin. They're playing pretty well. And the Lakers lost to the Pelicans a couple of nights ago, and that puts some distance in there, even without DeMarcus Cousins.
I think the Clippers can make the playoffs.
Well, who falls out then? If the Clippers make the playoffs, who comes out? The Pelicans?
Yeah, the Pelicans are out.
They can't keep this up without DeMarcus Cousins.
I mean, they all have 26 losses.
Yeah.
And there's only like 29 games left in the season.
Clippers are in. Pelicans are out.
And we'll have a Clippers. We'll have a Clippers Rockets first round.
The Jazz could
If they
get
can hold
in
it. They're only one game ahead.
if the Trailblazers completely just shit the bed, which is a possibility.
It is a possibility.
Damian Lillard had a nice All-Star game.
Yeah.
For a team
he
that
did.
That dude is
didn't
good.
care about it.
Yeah, he played. Yeah,
He did play really
See
good.
how consistent.
So did Clay. Clay played
They
really
keep that
good.
going.
But so you think Golden State's gonna be number 2?
No, they'll be number
No,
one
they'll
by
be
then.
number one.
Okay. Well, then in that case, do you think the Pistons make the playoffs?
Yes.
That was really quick. He was like,
was
hell
really-
yes.
Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond, that's a
I think the
stacked.
76ers do not make it. And
I don't think the Heat make it.
I think the Heat are going to make it. I think the Heat will be good. I think
Heat-
they got a pretty good schedule
The
coming
Heat
up.
have fallen very
They
far
had a
from the
hard
top.
schedule, and they at the tail end to going into the All-Star
and they
game.
don't win those games. That's a problem. So I feel
But
like
I think they got a good. They got their schedule looks pretty good,
I think the
winnable.
Pistons make it as well. Sixers, I can see falling out of there because Embiid could get hurt, and then the whole team just falls out.
Well,
of the
and he just
playoffs.
doesn't play like 40%
play
of their
enough.
games.
Yeah.
They only got 29 games left, so
I think the Pacers will be the fourth seed in the East by the end of the year.
And I also think that the Heat fell off because they have, they played more games than they normally do before the All-Star break this year. And because of the way they changed the schedule and the back-to-backs and whatever. I think you're going to see a lot of those teams like the Heat and the Bucks who were kind of struggling for a little bit.
I can see the
think
Bucks
you're going to see them
falling
going. I think you're going to see them go up a little bit.
Jabari Parker. Jabari Parker's back on the Bucks, right?
And Jason Kidd is out.
Jason gets out. I mean,
But they've been doing better since he's been out.
exactly.
But that's also reflecting their schedule. They were really that.
yeah, it depends on who these guys are playing. Yeah, I like the Pistons getting in there.
So, Blake, you're going to get in there. We're going to let you in there. So,
And they'll be playing the Raptors or the Celtics. You gotta like Blake Griffin on the Pistons' chances.
No, not against those teams, I don't think.
If they're the number 8.
I mean, the Pistons will get in. I think they get knocked out in the first round.
so you guys think that
I
they
think
have a shooter's chance.
you guys think that Cleveland can make up any of these 6 games?
Yeah.
You think they're going to make up 6 games and get back to number 1?
They just have to make up 3.5 games to sneak up there.
I don't
If
think
the Celtics start falling apart.
but I don't think they'll go. I don't think they'll kill themselves to do it. They'll just chill like LeBron usually does.
I think that they're
Or,
going to
yeah,
stay
or-
at the 3.
Or they'll
Yeah.
just be happy with getting in the playoffs and then they get
And
in the
then
playoffs and
LeBron-
then turn it on.
LeBron turns it on. Kevin Love,
I think-
Love comes back.
I think the Cleveland Cavaliers stay at the 3, could drop to the 4 because they had a spurt where they beat teams that were not even playing because they were getting ready to go to the All-Star break. So I think they're going to see some struggles, but not like 10 games of struggles or nothing like that.
I like their
I
new
think they
team.
stay at the 3 or maybe even could fall to the 4. I don't think they go up any further.
Yeah.
I like the team better than what it was, but
Sure.
I don't think they're gonna move up. I think they stay at the 3, and then they have a interesting playoff.
I'm interested to see where the Wizards fall.
I think they could hold.
I think the Pacers are coming hot. Pacers are coming hot. Look at Pacers Nation.
Oladipo had a nice All-Star
That's why he
game.
said where they
Any
gonna
of you
fall
guys out
because he
there in
was like,
LA, anyone wants to watch
Pacers
the
are
game,
coming.
you let me know. Looking for a Pacers fan. Any Pacers fans?
Oladipo had a nice All-Star game.
Oladipo!
Doesn't,
Although he didn't make his first dunk contest.
Yeah.
doesn't Reggie Miller live in Los Angeles?
Yo, Reggie, if you are listening,
That's like your only bet for your Pacers fans.
is Reggie Miller my only Pacers fan? He's not going to talk to me. I sent him a letter a long time ago. He never responded.
Please sign my rookie
It
card
was
here.
4th grade.
Well, it's been fun.
That's all we got.
It's been real. It's been real fun. Make sure you subscribe and comment at the bottom.
Subscribe.
We out.
Blistering brethren, abolish brethren, hip hop veteran, ultimate medicine, cure your life right. Body bag zipped up tight. That bad man coming for you in the middle of the night. Safety off, click up, get your cool lick up. A little bit sick with it. Molotov flip up. I'm on a mission. Disengage, blaze your whole system. Split them, bullet fusion, colossal contusion, momentum force movements, skill monumental, monumental.